Hey music fans, as a roadie I had this great opportunity to tour with all these bands. I wrote a book about my experiences on the road and it was the #1 new release on Amazon and Bios and it's now sold millions of copies on Kindle. I'm Joel Roadie and this is my podcast, Party Like a Rockstar. New Nightwish track for me. Okay, I haven't listened to this yet. I know it's been out a little bit here, but I try to wait for the video. So this is a lyric video. They've been releasing a bunch of stuff lately, and I've had the opportunity, the pleasure to listen to it. I've liked some. There's been a couple I haven't liked as much, but maybe that's what, I'm not going to say music's all about. Maybe that's what life's all about. So here's a longer track. I always say I like long tracks. This is longer. This is 6 minutes or so. Let's hold hands. See that? See how I wove that together there? And check this out, guys. Let's do this. All this mess, sorry, I am recording my second audiobook right now. I'm almost done. It's tough to do the audiobooks. But if I mess with this and move it around, it kind of screws with the levels and stuff. So that's why it's up for this. Let's do this.
Hiraeth.
Doesn't this sound a little bit like Kansas? Dust in the Wind, right? A little bit? No? Am I crazy in the brain or whatever? I totally hear that.
Of trees, cloud high.
Sorry, weird looks, but there's very weird lyrics, Of trees, of a cathedral, I just like skipping words. And then I'm also, I love floors, so I'm kind of wondering what's going on.
Get that dance out of you.
Never ending.
There we go.
Longing for the waters, for a home that once was, for a ghost of lullaby, ever tending, water in the dead fields, living with a heart will, tear the blue from shining eyes.
In Hiraeth and the heresy, a beast still roams these hills. Long to belong, leading birds, singing songs, nights filled with light we don't see. Never ending, longing for the waters, for a home that once was, for a ghost love lullaby, ever tending, water in the dead fields, living with a heart will, tear the blue from shining eyes.
I liked it. I didn't love it. I think you guys know that. I was gonna mention Kai Hato. I hadn't really heard him too much on this album so far. Be able to do his thing, man. That guy's such a wonderful drummer. But on this track, he actually gets to rock out a little bit, so that was cool. I'm trying to think of putting this in a way, because to keep repeating, oh, why is Troy singing? And I've read the comments, some of them, and people saying, you keep saying the same thing. And some people agree with me. Some say, well, Marco's gone, dude, deal with it. I see all that stuff. And that's fun. It's fodder, bring it on. Let's all, yeah, heck yeah, man. But I was trying to think, so Led Zeppelin, right? Let's take the huge band, which arguably I might like this band better. But let's take Led Zeppelin. It's sort of like Robert playing it. Robert. So it's like, hey, Robert, you've been a bad boy. We're going to stick you in the corner, and you're not going to sing lead on a bunch of these songs. We're going to have Jimmy Page sing. And it's sort of just weird to me of like, why would you have somebody in your band and not use their instrument to the max? So why sideline Floor on some of this stuff? And then I think, maybe I'm just a total prick and I'm way out of line. It's not my band. I tell this guy what to do or whatever, but not like he's going to listen to me, so it don't matter, right? It's just opinion. So that's the other thing. But at the same time, maybe I just watch too much Floor stuff. Maybe I just totally love the lady. I think she's amazing, and I'm watching all her solo stuff. I think she's great. And it's like, nah, you need to step back. You need to appreciate the whole band again, dude, and you're not doing that. So I wonder what was going on in Tomas's brain to decide to push the male vocalist on this. And if so, I mean, they perform with great guys. I can't think of his name. The guy who sings Phantom of the Opera with her. I mean, dude, this guy can sing. So if you really want to have that male voice, the Marco replacement, I'm going to call it, why not bring in that guy? Hank Port, that's it. Why not bring in Hank Port? Amazing singer. They sing together somewhat regularly, right? They did the TV show Best Singers and stuff. Look at me, man. I'm like learning all this stuff now. This is your guys' fault. Your guys' fault. But I'm like proud of myself. I actually know a little bit about this band. Not a lot, but a little bit. Why? You could. I mean, hell, man. You could maybe bring in one of the guys from Metallica or something. I mean, phone calls aren't hard when you're this big of a band. And people are always looking for stuff to do that they think is cool. So what was the decision, you know? And I like him. I like Troy. I think I love the flute stuff, which is really what he plays so well. He's a guitar player, I know, but the flute stuff, come on, is really, really cool. And I like the fact that he got to perform a little bit more. But I just don't know if it was a great decision. So wonder if it had anything to do with Flora coming out with her own album, you know? Wouldn't think so. It was pop. What was it got to do with this? So anyway, that's a long critic, man. That's a long one, but I did like it. I said I like long songs, so I was just waiting. I was on the edge of my seat, just kind of like, explode. Let me hear some Floor, please, please, please. So, guys, thank you ever so much. I appreciate all of you. I did see there's another Nightwish lyric video coming out here the next day or two, so we'll check that one out too. I appreciate you all. I look forward to seeing you all on the next one. Hey, the podcast is over. What are you still doing here? Well, while you're here, like and subscribe. Thanks.